Hey guys, in this video I'm gonna show you how to make an ultra flavorful Chinese tofu dish, Mapo Tofu. This fiery hot tofu dish is amazing for those of you who love spicy food, but if you can't handle the heat, I'm gonna give you some tips on how to make your Mapo Tofu not spicy, and we're starting right now. We're using a pound of ground pork and adding 2.5 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1.5 tablespoons of sesame oil, 1 tablespoon of Shaoxing cooking wine, or whatever cooking wine you have available, and 2 heaping teaspoons of chili garlic sauce. Omit this if you're making your Mapo Tofu not spicy. Now you're gonna want your meat to marinate for about 20 minutes or up to overnight. One of the secrets to Chinese cooking is to use the 3 G's. Garlic, ginger, and green onion. These 3 ingredients are the aromatic component of many Chinese dishes. This trio of ingredients are key to building an extremely flavorful Chinese meal. Finally, mince 3 to 4 cloves of garlic and the whites of a green onion. Peel the skin off of a ginger root with the back of your knife or a spoon and then mince it. We're also going to slice the greens of that green onion and set it aside for garnishing. Part of what's going to give our Mapo Tofu some heat are these dried Sichuan chilies. Slice them into thirds and add it into a bowl with your aromatics, but skip this if you're gonna make your Mapo Tofu not spicy. Finally, cut 2 blocks of tofu into cubes and put them on the side. In an empty pan or wok, add some Sichuan peppercorns. These little guys will give our Mapo Tofu a unique citrusy florally flavor as well as a numbing tingling sensation in the mouth. This tingling sensation combined with the spicy heat is known as mala or numbing heat in Chinese and is what makes this dish so addictive. Once it's toasted, grind it into a fine powder and set it aside. Feel free to omit this ingredient as well if you're making a non-spicy Mapo Tofu. Now bring your pan or wok to high heat, then add in some vegetable oil followed by your marinated pork. Let it cook on one side for about 30 to 40 seconds and then flip it over. Break up the pork and continue to cook it until it's about 60% done, and you'll know when it's done when you can see visible chunks of brown and pink meat. Remove it from the heat and clean your pan or wok if you've got some burn bits in there. Now, working as quickly as humanly possible, heat your pan again and add some cooking oil, then your aromatics. You really have to work fast because those dried chilies are gonna burn in that very hot pan. Stir everything together until you can smell the wonderful aroma of all those ingredients come together. Then you're gonna add in a splash of cooking wine, followed by your vinegar. Let it come to a boil for a few seconds, then add in some fermented chili bean paste and brown bean paste. Now, for those of you making your Mapo Tofu not spicy, the fermented chili bean paste is necessary for this dish, but don't worry because it's not that spicy at all. As the bean pastes cook, you'll see them start to stick to your pan. This is okay because we're gonna deglaze it, but continue to cook the mixture until it looks like it's starting to dry out. Then add in a cup of chicken stock and scrape the pan to get those delicious stuck-on bits off of there. Let it come to a boil and then drop your heat to medium-low. Allow it to reduce by about 25%, then add in your meat and cook it for about 4 to 5 minutes or until it's completely cooked through. At this point, our meat and sauce have concentrated into a super salty mix, but we're gonna fix that in a little bit. Add in your Sichuan peppercorn powder and a bit of sugar and stir everything together. Last, you're gonna carefully slide your tofu into your wok and very gently fold it into the sauce. As the tofu heats up, it'll release moisture into the sauce, balancing out the flavors. Keep mixing it together gently so that it doesn't break until the middle of the tofu cubes are warmed through. Now add your Mapo Tofu to a dish and top it with those green onions. The best way to enjoy this Mapo Tofu is with a bowl of rice on the side. As you take a bite, you get overwhelmed by a complex umami savory flavor. The flavors just come together so well in this dish that no one ingredient really stands out. Next, the heat kicks in, setting your mouth ablaze, and then you get an electric tingle running through your mouth from the Sichuan peppercorns. All the while, you're enjoying the texture of silky soft tofu contrasted with the meaty chew of the pork. This truly is Chinese soul food at its best, so give it a try and subscribe and hit that notification bell.